Hello, welcome to another video from Avenue X looking at Chinese drama land in the past week. Last week we've had quite a few new dramas lined up to air and they all aired and I've checked them out and boring is after a week my response to it. I pretty much stopped watching all of them at some point during this week. We've had so many crazy things that have happened during this week in the world, in the real world. Dramaland pales in comparison. We have a couple of dramas that are scheduled to go live very soon. First, we have that drama from Zheng Zheng Ri Shang, Contemporary, originally 35, now being edited down to 34 episodes, will go on CCTV 1, 8 p.m. Golden Slot, and Tencent and iQIYI at the same time drama on the 17th. Created in China with the English title, but the Chinese title have moved from 艰难的制造, which is difficult manufacturing, to 光荣的制造, which is being very proud or a glorious manufacturing, to now, a few days before it airs, 淬火年代. 淬火 is the thing you do with hot steel. You put it in water, you kind of temper it, type of like metal manufacturing. Anyway, so this drama has gone through multiple Chinese title change. Another heavy realism drama setting based on the trailer 80s to 90s of people in the manufacturing business in China. The kind of generation who started doing it and then founded the foundation that China's manufacturing has today. And it's led by Zhang Xincheng and Song Zu'er. Yes, it is that drama, including many other very familiar people who would usually show up in daylight entertainment dramas. And it's because of Song Zu'er's problem that only recently from May to now got cleared. The drama finally is allowed to come out and it actually goes on the most expensive and probably highest demographic covering CCTV 1 8 p.m. slot. So I think CCTV probably bet heavy money on this drama at least performing reasonably well. It has released a new trailer. It looks like actually overall quite light-hearted, although it's talking about very heavy industry kind of stuff. It doesn't feel very over-the-top serious. Let's see if this time Zhang Xincheng can work some magic for me, because he hasn't really done that much to me. I've said it many times on my channel, is the logical and rational Avenue X realizes he's a pretty good young actor of his generation, but somehow emotionally his performance never connects to me, his characters don't speak to me, his chemistry with anybody never works for me. At least like be fun and make me want to check out the next episode the next day. Please just be a drama like that, because I haven't had that pretty much after Filter. 2 days after that, on the 19th, we have a Tencent contemporary romantic drama, 23 episodes. Really odd number. They probably cut it down from some other numbers. 幻语. English title is Reborn. There are too many rebirth, reborn titles also in Chinese dramas, and there are many other reborn. Literally nobody would know which reborn you're referring to. They should have checked about other dramas' English title before they decided to use this one. This is a romantic drama led by Zhang Jingyi and Zhou Yiran. They play high school sweethearts type of situation, but then her elder sister died. And she believed it's a murder or something. And it is to do with a lot of scandals people made up about her sister that she knows is not true. Our female lead character wanted revenge and wanted to find out what happened and all that. And she knows who are the people to be blamed. So in this drama, there's a lot of anger, revenge, that kind of energy. And the trailer definitely vibes like that. And amidst that, there's this romantic thing happening between our female lead and Zhou Yiran playing the male lead. Until it happens, really cannot tell. And for these two young actors, neither of them is, in my opinion, the sort of so talented that the fact that they're there can make the characters twice as interesting as when you read them on paper. Neither of them is that type of actor. So you need a good script quality as the base and a good enough director to tune the performance for this type of story to work. Let's hope it's not another disappointment, but if it is, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, current Chinese dramaland, staying neutral of your expectation is a form of kindness. Then let's talk about many dramas at different stages. Mostly are new dramas shooting. There are actually a lot of new dramas that started shooting during this week. But first, let's talk about a couple of stuff that are closer to airing. We have this week the news that the contemporary romantic drama 樱桃琥珀, led by Zhao Jinmai and Zhang Linghe, has passed censorship and it will very soon get its license, and it's most likely to air during summer holiday, which is within a month's time. It will go on CCTV Satellite Television 8 channel, and then Youku at the same time. Obviously, this is their second collaboration after the period drama Grand Princess. It is also produced by the company Zheng. Their parents' generation features all very well-known actors like Dong Jiebao, Dianfeng, Dong Xuan. And then obviously the story still is mostly happening around the young generation characters, so whether their performances are gonna sell the story is the most important thing. And one thing that may raise alarm for this drama is originally when they were filming it or filing it, it was 40 episodes. Now it's 24. The platforms, they're crazy. Not only that they only want to make 12 episodes dramas now, but everything they've made before, the whole sort of shifting to short dramas, they're gonna cut it down. It's like what happened to Ski Into Love, the Yu Shuxing Lingyi drama, where initially it was like, what, 36, and they cut it down to 20 something. More than a third got taken out of the whole thing. Now this drama almost halved. I don't know, this is a little bit crazy. And if a drama was initially designed for that size, and you cut 45% off, and it's still a good drama, that would be very unlikely. Feel really bad for the editors of these projects. They must have cried so much in their editing room just because everything you gave me, all the whatever continuity sheets or whatever director's notes no longer work. I literally have to cut another huge chunk of the story and still make it make sense. At the end of the day, it's always the workers, the people who actually do the actual job on ground, suffered most. Moving on to the next thing. Actually, last week, there was a drama that wrapped that I forgot to mention during the video, although it was on my notes somehow. Forgot it. It is a 12-episode short thriller crime suspense type of drama, Chan, which is Cicada or Cicada, however you pronounce that. The platform for this drama is not decided yet. It's already been made, but whether it's gonna go on Youku or Tencent or iQIYI, so far we don't know. And this is the drama led by Zhong Chuxi, Wu Zhenyu, Zheng Yunlong. I think when they started shooting, I briefly mentioned it. Wait till it shows up. It's just another 12 episodes crime drama, which we've had so many, and barely any of them have worked in the past how many years. You can only count like one or two that really made an impression or in some way did well. Otherwise, it's just all tanked. If I have to bet money really on this drama, just by looking at the casting and the 12 episodes thriller type of like suspense drama, I probably would not put my money on it. Also, we have a drama that has finished shooting during this week called 追诉, English title Prosecutor. And it is led by Zhang Guoli, Hou Wenyuan, Nie Yue, Su Ke, and many other very well-known male actors. And it's called 追诉because it is a kind of prosecution that is on something that happened a long time ago that didn't get prosecuted at the time, so it kind of followed up type of situation. And in the synopsis, it is one of those criminal cases that happened 12 years ago. And then the characters are dealing with it now type of situation. Moving on to a huge cluster of new dramas that have started shooting. Let's start with things that have already started shooting, and I've already mentioned them in my previous weekly video, but now they have more material. For example, Mo Li, the drama that has started shooting about 2 weeks ago, led by Bai Lu and then directed by Lin Yufen, the lady who directed many other dramas. It has, well, started shooting, and now you find out the male lead, this time paired up with her, is Cheng Lei. It's him and Bai Lu. In China, we call that right now 恋爱换乘. It's just like taking turns to fall in love with each other. There's like a group of 20 or 15, actresses around the same age, kind of same level of presence in Chinese dramaland, and there's about 15 to 20 young guys. They randomly pair up in iQIYI, Tencent, Youku, whatever, period dramas. Every year, a couple of them work with a couple of others. I feel like within 10 years, they're gonna run through all combinations, and you're gonna have like hundreds of dramas that literally is just one story. Pretty much the same kind of platforms and companies, and then interchangeable. So this is the taking turns to fall in love drama. Good luck to them. Also, the mango drama that I've mentioned, romantic drama, contemporary, Dazzling, led by Li Yunrui and Guan Xiaotong, this week started to officially promoting. So this is their official photo compared to paparazzi photo. Kind of looks better because it gets photoshopped for sure. And it's gonna be one of those young adults romantic dramas that if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Can I find something, anything exciting? Well, another project that has started shooting, maybe a little bit more interesting, but it's still too early to be optimistic about it. It is a sci-fi, and it's a sci-fi based on a sci-fi novel that really is a sci-fi novel. although it's not by huge name like Liu Cixin. This story is called 群星, literally means a cluster of stars. English title is just The Stars. It is based on sci-fi novel that is also called The Stars, 群星, and it's only 16 episodes. It has just started production. It is not directed, but more like supervised by Chen Sicheng, the guy who did Detective Chinatown, that whole IP, and many other. Did really well in box office, not necessarily in reputation films in recent years. And the leads of this drama are Zhang Xincheng and Wan Qian. So Zhang Xincheng definitely gets a lot of work. In terms of the story, very briefly, I did some research. The story is about very clever scientists. They found out actually Earth is an kind of incubator in universe, where it is literally being set up and then protected and covered by very high civilization technology-wise, so that it operates within its own set of physics rules that actually doesn't apply to the broader universe. Earth is literally separated off the main system because it's used as, whether you say incubator or experiment ground. And then the people who realize that try to break through that protective shell and find out what really goes on in the universe, and it creates havoc on Earth, as you can imagine. So that's like the basic idea of the story. And the story happens in 2046, which is the title of the Wong Kar-wai movie many years ago. I wonder if that's why they picked that year. It will be basically set in 20 years time in the future, led by Zhang Xincheng, Wan Qian, and then they will go investigate their parents' generation secret, because their parents were the scientists who first found out about that and tried to do something. Moving on to the next thing, there is a contemporary drama that has started shooting called Zheng Zheng Ri Shang. Not having any official English title, and you wouldn't find really much about it on any platforms yet. 24 episodes, contemporary, and it's a story about lawyers, and it's led by Gao Ye and Han Dongjun. So far we only know it is a story about somebody who opened a law office on the second floor of a whatever shop, and she did it because she quit her previous very good law firm for a very personal reason and wants to start her own practice with the help of her assistant and some new guy who comes in and joins the team. Title Zheng Zheng Ri Shang is the word in Chinese that means things getting better, things every day progresses and seems more and more hopeful and going to the right direction type of meaning. Gao Ye and Han Dongjun are pretty good actors, and they are also the type of more matured actors compared to the younger generation. If the script is good and director is reasonable, it could be watchable. Moving on to the next thing, there is a drama that has just started production, 22 episodes, on Youku Contemporary, which is the adaptation of a novel that has already been adapted to a movie. 那个不为人知的故事. The Story Untold, or the Untold Story. There is a movie version that came out, I think, last year, led by Lang Yueting and Qiu Ze. I still haven't seen the movie. I know probably it's out there in the digital space, but I don't think the movie did very well in terms of box office and the review. I know the story. It is a undercover anti-drug policeman story with a woman he meets who works in reconstructing broken historical artifacts. This is the drama version, basically, of that story, and the leads are Huang Xuan and Jing Chen. I believe the original story is a straightforward, pretty simple story, so making it into a movie is kind of okay. Making it into 22 episodes of drama. Why? Why not make it 12 episodes? Why not make it 6 episodes? And these days, everybody wants everything short. And you have a story that's very concise and very specific, and just like one story and 2 main leads, really? 22 episodes? Huang Xuan and Jing Chen. I can't see how this is gonna work out. I mean, Huang Xuan is a good enough actor. I have trust in his like skills. It just depends on whether it suits him. Whereas Jing Chen, I don't think like pairing her up with Huang Xuan is necessarily gonna make her act better in any way. So, not actually having very good outlook on this project. Next, we have a drama that has just started shooting like yesterday, and it is called 魅影神捕. English title is Shadow Punisher. Period drama, fictional time setting, and it is a story in a fictional world where some kind of fantastical cases happen. It's not really fantasy, it's still human world, but a group of people band together and try to investigate it. So it's like ancient time, legendary, mystery, crime-solving, fantastical drama, and it's led by Luo Yunxi and then everyone else. Because when you look at how they put out the official social media post, that's how it's structured. Leading actor, one person, Luo Yunxi. Then everyone else belongs to the next line, like next paragraph, you know, like it goes down. So all the other people are just supporting, not as important, lined up together, such as Feng Yilun, He Hongshan, Shen Yujie. They're pretty well-known actors and actresses, yet, see, this is the situation now with Luo Yunxi's dramas. Is every drama he's in, he's the lead, and everyone else is just filling up the screen to make it look busy. 30 episodes from iQIYI, only just started shooting. You're not gonna see it until next year. And sorry, I sound so not enthusiastic about it, but takes a miracle for any drama he leads to impress me in this world and in this timeline. Moving on to the next thing, and the last drama I'm gonna talk about today, which probably is the only one that may make people want to watch it a little bit more than others among everything we've seen today. Second collaboration between Tian and Binbin. And interestingly enough, same original author, same director, still the contemporary but fantasy drama. Like Rattan, like West Out of Yumen, like The Seven Relics, or The Turquoise Land that hasn't aired yet, Gu Fen Xiang. This is from Wei Yu's novel. And I don't think you have an official English title yet, because it's almost impossible to translate this title into English. They would have to come up with something, because I haven't read the novel, so I don't actually know what it refers to. Therefore, I cannot even translate that until I know what the story is about. So it's just called Gu Fen Xiang. Know that? Similar to Rattan, okay? And it's still being played by Tian and Zhang Binbin, and still directed by Li Muge. And if you are a Rattan fan, you can view it as the second season, although it will be different characters. At least it's kind of the same vibe and then same director and same original writer. Let's hope it works out. Personally, I wasn't a huge fan of Rattan, so I'll be pretty neutral. When this drama comes out, I'll just watch it as it is. Well, that's what we have in Chinese Dramaland. Finally, I want to mention one movie that has announced during this week that they're gonna go into cinema on August the 8th, so 8/8. And this is the film Dongji Dao, literally means the Dongji Island. And it's directed by Guan Hu, who is, in my opinion, not a very safe director. Just looking at the name and thinking whether the quality of the film is going to be good is not really a very positive sign. But this movie, since when it was getting made, got a lot of attention due to the leading actors of it, Zhu Yilong and Wu Lei. So you can consider these two to be belonging to two generations, but both have quite a big fandom, top tier in dramaland actors who now moves to filmland, more like Zhu Yilong, because Zhu Yilong has intentionally moved to film exclusively. So when this film was casted and filmed, I think 2 years ago, something like that, there was actually quite a lot of buzz on internet about them being the leads. And then the most important female character in it will be played by Nini, another pretty well-known actress in both film and television. In its nature, it's actually a very interesting story, in case people don't know. There was a documentary movie that got made about the same thing that happened in 1940s. And I'll put the poster up there. You can go and search this movie and watch it. It's a very interesting story, but this is the dramatic version of fictional characters, but also get involved in this historical event. Basically, in 1942, there was a ship that's called the Lisbon Maru, which is like the Japanese name. In Chinese, would call it Lisbon Wan Hao. And it is a ship that carries the prisoners of war who are British on the ocean, and it was sinking. The fishermen in fishing villages who are Chinese spotted it and tried to save these people in that ship, and then the Japanese soldiers got in the way and tried to stop them and shoot up like people in that whole thing, and still the fishermen managed to save some people, and they did some very heroic thing. And this is a real thing that happened in 1942 on the ocean during Second World War and between the war of China and Japan. And I highly recommend you check out that documentary movie, because it's a lot more sort of in-depth about the specifics and then how it impacts people even till today. Whereas dramatic storytelling would have a different way of looking at the thing, and Chinese movies of such nature, if you look at track record, usually are at best okay movies. And this, in my estimation, would be at best okay movie, but maybe a miracle can happen. I don't know. So these are everything I've collected during this week. A lot of things actually goes on in Dramaland, yet they all feel so boring. I'm really grateful for people who are still staying with my channel, watching my videos. You probably are not watching that many Chinese dramas anymore just because it's so boring. Maybe I really should branch off. Okay, I do have a second channel, but I barely put stuff on there, and to the point that it no longer gets monetized because it doesn't meet the requirement of monetization. Maybe I should just branch off on my second channel and do completely irrelevant to Chinese drama things, because there's just not that much to talk about these days. I spend more time building houses in Sims 4 than actually thinking about Chinese drama, because there's nothing to think about. Okay, that should be the end of this video. Sorry for rumbling again. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I did an early live stream this week on Tuesday. If you're curious, you can check it out. It's under the live section of my channel. Please take care. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.